Boys, we finally did it. I'm so happy that Forza Horizon 6 got announced and it's going to be in Japan that I had to pull out the face cam. As many of you probably already heard by now, Playground Games and Microsoft finally announced that Forza Horizon 6 will be releasing in 2026 and it's going to be in Japan. With that said, let's take a look at the teaser trailer they showed together. It's a short one here, but there's a lot of cool things they did here. We could see on the wall here the different license plates. So Colorado, that's Forza Horizon 1, right? You got like the tickets there. That's pretty cool. You got France, the license plate with the EU plate, which should be Italy. There we go. There's Italy. Forza Horizon 2. Then we have New South Wales. So this is going to be Australia. Forza Horizon 3. And then we have Great Britain. Forza Horizon 4. Well, I don't know if this music's going to be copyright here. And then we got MX from Mexico. There's some other things too. I saw there was like Flint as well. This is like the little guy that's we've seen in Forza Horizon 5. And then Japan. Like, how hype is this, man? Finally, man. And there we go. Oh, there's music, but yeah, Forza Horizon 6 Japan coming 2026. So like I said before, the reveal happened during the Xbox Tokyo Game Show live stream. That was on September 25th. The teasers trailer, which we just saw, showed like familiar imagery from past Horizon games. So the license plates and the festival like items like the wristbands and stuff before it revealed Japan as the destination at the end. So Microsoft and Playground Games confirmed that the game will launch on Xbox Series X and PC in 2026 with a PlayStation 6 version that is going to be coming post-launch, so not day one. That's kind of what I expected when we were speculating in my earlier videos. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I'm thinking it'll come a year later to the PlayStation 6. Obviously, Japan has long been the most requested Horizon location since the early days, right? Probably since Forza Horizon 1. I know I've been calling for it since Forza Horizon 1. They also emphasize that they want to do Japan right, bringing authenticity and respect to the culture, not just slapping on visuals. I believe Playground Games has done a good job so far with the other locations in this regard as well. To help with the authenticity, they've enlisted in a cultural consultant. I think they do that for all their games. This consultant's name is Kyoto Yamashita, and he's pretty much helped them, guide them in how Japan's culture, aesthetics, and car life can be represented. By the way, if you guys are excited as I am for Forza Horizon 6 being in Japan, definitely hit that sub button and like the video. We're going to be bringing a bunch more Forza Horizon 6 content, and any news as soon as it releases, I'll have a video on the channel on it for sure. So one of the biggest talking points, I guess, since the reveal has been just how large and dense the map is expected to be, right? So for like the map size and comparisons, according to one of the developer statements, the Japan map will be the biggest map yet in the Horizon series. According to a developer statement which was given to Games Radar, the Japan map will be the biggest map yet in any of the modern Horizon games, and is going to surpass the Forza Horizon 5 map as well. Forza Horizon 5's map was already quite large. It's estimated to be a bit over 100 kilometers square. So for Forza Horizon 6 to exceed that, it's going to be pretty ambitious, and I think that they're leaving behind old gen consoles definitely will help with that. So the map isn't just like a big area, right? It's described as dense. A lot of things to discover, and there's always something around all corners. There's going to be many race, events, collectibles, scenic routes, the stuff you can always expected in Forza Horizon games. So they're going to be an urban area, so think of cities, towers, right? This urban area is going to be Tokyo in a sense, and it's being called the most ambitious city in a Horizon game so far, with layered complexity, elevated roads, tight streets, multiple levels, and more verticality. Listen, we've had a city in Forza Horizon 3. That was pretty cool. I liked it. It wasn't the biggest, but it was still there. Then we had like a more toned down city in the Mexico in Forza Horizon 5. But I'm looking forward to something on Japan size, right? The technology used to build the elevated roads borrows from the tools that Playground Games developed in Forza Horizon 5's Hot Wheels expansion. So they adapted that tech to allow for a more dynamic layering in the city, and developers clarify that they will not attempt obviously a one-to-one replica of Japan or Tokyo, right? Instead, they aim to capture the spirit, the contrast, and the essence of all the locations. They also used real-world data like satellite 3D scanning, reference photography to guide them in the terrain and structure and the layouts. So for environments and biomes, beyond the main city and the cityscapes, the Japan map is going to feature mountain roads, coastal areas, rural countryside, forests, and open plains. It's going to kind of embraces Japan's varied geography, and that's expected with Forza Horizon game, in my opinion. They've always had, you know, the asphalt type of roads and also the off-road type of stuff as well. And, you know, drifting, bro. The mountain passes, we're gonna be there for that. So the teaser also includes a shot of Mount Fuji, so that's the iconic volcanic mountain silhouette is gonna be there in the map for sure. I'm hoping we're gonna be on it. I don't think they would show it if we're not gonna be able to drift on the roads there. So another big thing which they spoke to Tech Radar and the Drive is that seasons are gonna play a role again. So in Forza Horizon 4 we had the 4 seasons, right? Summer, autumn, winter, and spring. But in Forza Horizon 5 we didn't really have that because Mexico doesn't experience, like, they have those seasons but they don't experience the varying degrees of each of those seasons, right? So just like in Forza Horizon 4, the changing of the season is going to have an impact to visual and atmosphere in the different regions in Japan. Because Japan is long and the geo area is very varied, the developers and the consultants talked about how many different climate zones there are and the different micro seasons in each region to make them feel unique. One of the major draws of a Japan setting is how deeply automobile culture intertwines with the country's identity, right? We have the Japanese tuning culture like drift, street, JDM icons. That's expected to be a core theme in Forza Horizon 6. The developers have frequently cited how Japan's car scene is a perfect match for Horizon's ethos, right? The developers talk about the locales where players will meet up and convoy, take pictures, experience gathering hubs, stuff like the real life meets and hotspots, right? I really hope they do something like this because we already do it in those event lab where you could go meet up with people, take pictures and stuff. That's kind of how they're doing the meets at the moment, but I hope there's something more organic instead of going into an event lab session and do that, right? They also mentioned that beyond just cars, they plan on more cultural integration. So the festival, local events, visual themes, regional characters. It's not just about racing, it's also about the place. And I kind of spoke about this on my last video about Forza Horizon 6. They could really tap into like all the events and festivals and stuff that Japan has, right? Some of the gameplay mechanics. So the team emphasized the freedom of driving, so exploring, discovering, just cruising as a pillar of the Horizon experience, and this likely continues in Forza Horizon 6 now, which will be enriched by complex environments and vertical roads as well. The thing about that, I kind of want more progression than just a million cars and money thrown at you right away, you know? Some progression, kind of like we had in Forza Horizon 1, is what I was hoping for. But if we think about it, Forza Horizon 5 was the biggest Forza Horizon there was, and that's the way the game is, right? Just give you everything. So I don't think they're going to sway away from that because that's what's worked. That's what had the 50 million plus player count for Forza Horizon 5. So the developers hint at tight city streets and driving experiences tailored to the location, which will get more attention. You'll feel the difference between racing in Tokyo versus racing the mountain roads versus the coastal highways. There's no confirmed car list yet. The reveal was just a teaser, to be honest, like we just saw. So details like car roster, licensing, DLC strategy, etc. We don't know about that yet, but they said they'll reveal more at the beginning of 2026. Because of the past precedents and current hints, we can reasonably expect a mixture of JDM classics, tuners, modern performance vehicles, drift cars, right? And also the iconic Japanese brands, right? We have Toyota, Nissan, Mazda, Subaru, Honda, etc. The game will also be included in the Xbox Game Pass at launch, which is amazing, just like any other Microsoft first-party title. So it's going to be on Game Pass on console and PC. So some of the things that I would like to see in Forza Horizon 6 would be obviously the iconic Japanese cars and brands such as the Nissan Skyline GTR, Toyota Supra, the Mazda RX-7 and 8, the Honda NSX, for, you know what I mean, the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo, both old school and the modern versions as well. Obviously, it's Japan. We need deep tuning and customizations, especially for drifting, street racing, cosmetic mods, you know, mechanical upgrades. While Forza Horizon 5 took a big step in adding more of the wide bodies and stuff, I'd like to see something more in detail, right? More options. Another thing I'd like to see is authentic Japanese local spots and car meet spots. When I was doing some of my research, there's somewhere called the Daikuku parking area. I butchered that for sure, but also mountain passes like Toge, we're gonna have that for sure. Urban circuits and coastal highways. I'd also like to see the dynamic weather they mentioned that's tied to different regions. So you have like coastal fog, mountain snow, and the rainy seasons as well that affect the driving conditions. Something we spoke about a little bit earlier, regular, seasonal, or event content. So like the Cherry Blossom Festival, snow themed events, night racing, underground street racing in Tokyo, stuff like that. I want to see the multiplayer kind of evolve, you know. We already have crossplay and co-op and all that, but I want to see them take it to the next level. This is like my top tier wish for Forza Horizon, but a VR mode, especially on PC with your Oculus and stuff. If they could have something where we could put on the VR headset and play the game in VR with our wheels and stuff, that would be amazing. So this reveal matters for several reasons, obviously. So one is fan fulfillment. Somebody like me, and I know a lot of other people, Japan has been the most requested for a Horizon location for many years. This is a milestone for many of the longtime fans. The technical push as well. So to pull off dense cities, open rural areas, layered roads, it's a challenge for our current generation hardware. But I think Forza Horizon 6 can push the hardware to the limits, right? And finally dropping the last gen consoles will definitely help with that. Another thing is the cultural sensitivity and representation. With the consultant and the dev statements, it seems like there's more of an emphasis on representing the culture respectfully and setting the bar higher, as it's a global game now, right? One thing with Forza Horizon 5, it's the Spanglish they kind of did, which kind of put me off, right? I think they could have done that a lot better, respectfully. But hopefully with Forza Horizon 6, they do that and we don't have that kind of mix that we did in Forza Horizon 5. So the competition in the market, you're seeing now that a lot of games are doing open world racers now, and they're evolving and getting better. So Forza Horizon 6 needs to bring fresh ideas to stand out. I feel like it's kind of been stagnant where they've been doing incremental upgrades and not something big and fresh. So hopefully with this one, that's what they bring, something fresh to the table. All right, so that's where things stand on Forza Horizon 6 in Japan. What we've seen so far is kind of tantalizing. The biggest map yet, the depth, the cultural collaboration, and it's something new that we've all been hoping for, that Forza Horizon would go here for the map, right? Many details are still unknown, but trust me, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be covering everything once it is released, so there's a lot of room for them to surprise us. What I'm most excited for is just tearing through Tokyo and the mountain passes, drifting. You guys know I love drifting with the wheel, discovering like hidden secrets on the map and stuff, and just exploring in general, seeing the culture, seeing all the events from Japan. I love the Japanese culture, so it's going to be nice that the culture and the car culture together, it's going to be something really great, I think, to explore together. So if you're hyped, let me know in the comments what you want the most in Forza Horizon 6, what your dream car to be driving Forza Horizon 6 in Japan is. I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, definitely drop a like on the video and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.